Hi there, my name is Eli and welcome back to my channel, Jack Elijah. And in today's video, I am talking all things Monster High Fang Vote Catty Noir. Now, I am very excited that the Fang Vote doll for this year is Catty, and to make things even better, she is stylized in her G3 ideation, and I love G3 Catty Noir. I think all the changes they made with her are so wonderful, and I think, in the camp of like being happy about this change. Now, I know a lot of people are not happy, and I'll talk about that. I have a lot of thoughts, feelings, and opinions to share. But first, let's go over the overall doll and design that we're getting in this upcoming Fang Vote. By the time of me recording and filming this, voting is actually now live, so go cast your votes. But I'm going to share all of my thoughts and opinions real quick before I get into more of the G1 versus G3 controversy side of things. Okay, so one thing to note about these Fang Vote dolls, we have two rounds. The first round is voting on sort of different stylized options for Catty. We can vote on hair, makeup, boots, and accessories. And then round two for this release is actually voting on packaging. That's kind of new from previous Fang Votes. I think it's kind of fun and kind of cool, so I'm not mad about it. We have two rounds of voting, and over the 2 years, now third year that they're doing Fang Vote, they have sort of refined this process. So there is some elements that are just static. They are set in stone, that are sort of predefined and pre-established, I guess. And that is sort of Catty's base outfit. So the base outfit kind of consists of this big pink like taffeta robe with this black long flowing underskirt with a silver cracked mirror sort of, I don't know, bodysuit, like romper kind of style situation. I love the sweetheart neckline. I like the sort of a plastic chest piece and then the belt as well. Those pieces, we're getting that. We don't have the chance to vote on that. I think in the past with Rochelle, some of the more like fabric clothing pieces we got to vote on, and I think it just really delayed Rochelle's manufacturing process. So I think since Jennifer, they sort of established this technique where there's like a big chunk of the doll that's basically already there, and then we get to vote on, all of the pieces around the doll. So looking at the other parts that we get to vote on, I think the hair is kind of a no-brainer. I think the high pony with the multicolor micro braids is just like the clear winner. The other hairstyle, it's fine, a little bit lazy. I like the little cuff on the back, but I don't know. I also don't like the strands of like silver tinsel throughout the braids. So I'm almost certain that the high pony is gonna win, and it's just the superior hairstyle. Now I think this is also throwing a lot of people off because I think there's a lot of comparisons to Catty's G3 core doll. Like, oh, it's just the same exact doll because they both have high ponytails, which like, okay, there's a lot different. It's all micro braids. The front braid tendrils are different. Like, it's very different in my opinion. Then the second option is the makeup. We have the first option, which is sort of this silver cracked mirror heart. It's okay. I don't really like the silver lip here. I do like the blue eyeshadow. Don't love the silver lip. Don't love the earrings either. It's fine. But also, the hairstyle that I prefer has sort of the hair tied back that's covering a huge portion of the eyeshadow, and it would be, if that hairstyle were to get picked, it would be covering basically half of that heart shape, and I don't feel like the heart shape would, do its best job sort of delivering that motif with that like front hair tendril section tied back. So I'm thinking about like the makeup paired with the hair that I think is going to win. I think the star makeup is just the better option. So that's what I'm hoping is going to win. And honestly, that's what I think is going to win. I like it. The lips are okay. The two-tone lip is fine. But I love the edges with a little bit of star right there on it. I think these earrings are way better. I just prefer this face way more. But overall, I think the face-ups are really stunning, and I quite enjoy them. Next option we have are the boots. These ones I'm really torn on which ones I prefer. I think both options winning I would be happy with. The pink ruched boots I really like, and at first I didn't like the clunky sort of shattered mirror heel wedge situation, but they have grown on me. I do like the silver boots as well. I like the object teal where it's kind of just like catty. I don't know what she's doing, maybe like waving out on stage. But I'd be happy with either boot. I think the silver boot looks better with like the overall outfit, but I voted for the pink, so we'll see what wins. I'm really, either way, I think I'd be happy. And then last up, we have the headset or the microphone. I'm headset all the way. The headset, if it comes chromed like this, stunning and gorgeous, but also like head on, it doesn't do it justice. There's a certain angle where like you can see the star shape of the headset, and it is just so cool. And also, we've gotten headsets before on werecats or werewolves or were creatures, like Claudine, for instance. And to me, it's so high camp when a character like a were creature has a headset on, and like, what's the point of it? Because their ears are on the top of their head. Like, what is it doing right there, covering that part of their head where the ears would typically be? I don't know. Can you catch what I'm saying? But I think it's funny. I love that huge star shape of the headset, and I love the chrome. So that's my preferred option. I don't know how well the headset will pair with the hairstyle that I like. It might be really, really busy, but I'm willing to take that risk because I think it's the better piece. So that's what I want, okay? And those are the styling options that we get to vote on that are the most impactful. I think round two, the packaging will be fun, but like the actual doll herself, those are the four options. Those are the four choices. Some of them I think are more obvious winners. Some of them might be more neck and neck, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the options that we're getting. Now, on to more conversational topics kind of around this doll. I have seen on social media lots and lots of opinions from lots and lots of frustrated Monster High G1 fans. Sometimes I refer to it as like a G1 purist, because here's the thing. If you watch my channel, I review G1 dolls, I like G1 dolls, I collect G1 dolls, but I also collect G3 dolls. I like both. I will say I do have a bias and a preference towards G3, but it's not like I don't like G1, and it's not like I don't collect them. There are a lot of collectors out there who only collect G1. They're like, I don't touch G3, I don't collect G3, and that's fine. That's your prerogative, that's your business, right? But like, they come in super heated and irritated, and I don't feel like G3 fans act that way towards G1 fans. And in the context of like what's happening with this specific doll, there's a lot of factors at play and a lot of things happening. And I kind of want to just provide arguments that I've heard and share my opinions on said argument. For fair warning, I am a G3 truther, so if you don't want to hear these arguments or these counter arguments, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to share my thoughts today, okay? I hear a lot of things like, oh, G3 is taking away from G1 alumni releases, and people who've been wanting a G1 Catty are now robbed of that opportunity. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, there is a slew of G1 dolls that have been released. Plenty of them very successful. It's collector dolls. Holiday dolls have been popular. Creep Productions, plenty of releases. But guess what? There's also been plenty of G1 releases that have flopped, that have not done well. Okay, we have the Off-White collab dolls still sitting pretty. Plenty of those Haute Couture Midnight Runway dolls still haven't sold out. The Mummy Majesty's 2-pack Cleo and Nephra still haven't sold out. So if you are so upset that you are robbed of a chance to get another G1 doll, there are plenty of dolls still sitting on Mattel Creations that you can add to your collection and show Mattel that you want them to make more G1 dolls. Because my thing is like, put your money where your mouth is. You know, I plan on buying Catty because I want more G3 collector dolls. I want to show Mattel like, yes, this is something that I want more of. Please give us more G3 collector releases. So to all of you G1 fans out there, maybe you just weren't buying enough G1 dolls for Mattel to justify this doll being a G1 doll release. Now, I'm being a little hyperbolic here, but I think G3 is only getting its second collector release, and G1, since being revived with alumni collector dolls in like, what was it, 2020, 2021, has had so many collector releases, so many that the market is now saturated, that there is not the same type of ravenous desire to own and collect G1 dolls. I think when they were first coming back on the scene, there was this sort of just like, blind, unwavering loyalty to G1 because there was some novelty. And I think that novelty has now worn off, and I think Mattel realizes that as well. So I think them opening up the doors and the avenue towards G3 getting future G3 collector releases is really, really nice. Now, people are allowed to be frustrated that the Fang Vote doll is G3, but I actually think that that shows a lot of good faith on Monster High and Mattel's part, because I think you can win a lot of people over with the process of Fang Vote. Part of the Fang Vote is it's meant to be sort of this communal process where we all get to decide and kind of create a doll together, right? And because we're all voting and creating this doll together, you have some stakes in it, right? You have you feel like you were part of this process, and that attachment and that emotional part of like, oh, I helped create a doll, can maybe help sort of sway or compel people to purchase this doll that maybe they wouldn't otherwise have considered, right? Also, add to the fact that Fang Vote is made to order, they're also avoiding that process of like doing a G3 collector release and it not going over well. In this instance, like whatever people buy is whatever they're gonna make. So I think this is actually a really good sign, if you are a G3 fan, that they decided to give Fang Vote the G3 treatment. And I'm honestly surprised by it in a good way. I've also seen some people be like, well, they did a bait and switch on us and said that, during Mattel Creations revealed that Fang Vote was going to be G1. They never said that. Rewind the tapes, Glenda, when she announced it, no picture popped up. It was purely audio. She literally said, and our next Fang Vote doll, Catty Noir, will be coming soon, okay? No picture of G1 Catty popped up. It was all of the fan accounts that posted and added pictures of G1 Catty and made that assumption. So I've seen that argument. Y'all can be upset at fan accounts, you know who, for making that connection for you, but Monster High and Mattel did not lead anyone on. And I think this presumption as well, that like, well, Fang Vote's always been G1. There's been 2 Fang Vote dolls before this. Two dolls is not enough of this like history to justify this anger as if they just like duped all of us, okay? I think part of what makes Monster High so exciting is that they are risk takers, is that they are willing to innovate, that they are willing to try new things out and embrace diversity. And I think especially in the wake of all of these DEI changes that are happening in the current US political administration, I think this is just showing that Monster High is still steadfast in standing by their beliefs of embracing difference. You know what I mean? Be unique, be yourself, be a monster. Is that the phrase? I think I got it correct. Maybe it's like be you, but that's the gist of it, right? So I think them taking this risk by making this Fang Vote doll, G3 Catty Noir, is amazing. G3 Catty is noticeably different from G1, and I think of all of the G3 characters, they picked one that has such a stark difference, right? It's not like Claudine G3, who's relatively similar as far as styling and body type, right? Like Catty's one of the more drastic redesigns. So I think them picking Catty is very bold and very ambitious, and I appreciate that. I love Catty's bigger frame in G3. I also like that she is explicitly black coded. Okay, she has black features, she has black hairstyles, and I appreciate that. So as a G3 fan, as a G3 collector, I'm very, very over the moon with this decision from Monster High. I plan on purchasing 2 Cattys, one to unbox and one to keep in the box, and I cannot wait. And I'm also hoping that, this is paving the way for more potential future G3 Scollector dolls. I've been saying I want G3 to get Comic-Con Scollector dolls, and who knows what else could be on the potential docket, but I think it'd be really cool if they use collector dolls as a way to release characters that maybe they don't have faith in selling well. That's kind of what they did in G1 at Comic-Con, right? Like, Scara Screams, Iris and Manny, Hoodooed, things like that. I would love if we can get some characters that maybe they don't have faith in, and that we can still see them and they can still get created. And that's my last argument / talking point. I just reminded myself. I also see this point a lot currently on social media, that like G3 is currently on shelves, it's currently playline, like they don't need collector dolls. All of the old G1 collectors back in the day, namely Comic-Con dolls, because that's kind of what the landscape was back then, were when G1 was playline. Okay, who do you think was buying those dolls back then? There was a market for it. There was an interest for it. G1, when it was playline, quote unquote, had both, a market that was adults and children. So I think to sort of presume that G3 doesn't have that potential or that market for collector dolls, I think is very, very, it's in bad faith to make that presumption, because that market does exist, and I think Mattel has just sort of floundered in polishing the way that they can execute this. So I'm really glad that they are revisiting it and really trying to make sure that they give it their best shot, because I do not think Fancy Laguna was their best shot or their best attempt. And I think Catty will hopefully redeem them and hopefully, like I said, set that path forward for G3 to get collector dolls. Maybe it doesn't have to be at the same frequency as G1 dolls currently, but even if it's just 2 to 3 collector dolls a year, I'd be happy with that. That's a fair pace in my book, but I just want something. I want more from G3 in the collector sphere, and waking up to this news, I was very, very happy. And if I'm in the minority, I don't really care. I just wanted to come on here, share my opinions on Catty. I'm not trying to be contrarian or, I don't know, kiss up to Monster High or Mattel. I don't collaborate with them in any official capacity. This is just purely my opinion as a fan. And if you watch my channel, you know I am a huge, huge, huge fan of G3. So we exist. There are adults out there who love Monster High G3, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay? Okay. That is all I have to share today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, listening to me ramble and talk about this new Fang Vote G3 Catty Noir doll. Let me know down in the comments below all of your thoughts and feelings on this release, what options you voted for, if you plan on picking up Catty. I'm really, really curious to hear kind of what the consensus is on my channel. I know the community that I've sort of cultivated here on YouTube might not be reflective of what I'm seeing on other platforms, So I'm very, very curious to hear what all of you have to say. But thank you so much for watching. My name is Eli. This is my channel, Draculasia, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.